Previously on The Trouble Man.
So I understand the local forger of Newleys is being released.
Daisy, I think his name is. The nickname comes from a flower tattoo on his arm.
I'm interested in discussing Newleys.
Get the hell out of here.
Well, do you deal in Newleys or not?
Hey, that's a nice piece.
You need somebody found or found out? Call me.
Life never reminds you what to do. As time goes by, it's up to you.
Home again, jiggity jig, where I keep my band-aids and running water. Got bounced today, hard, by a blonde she-donkey. I can admit that because I'm very sensitive. Scabby nipples aside, though, my brain had to take a huge dump onto the typewriter. I'd been digesting a steamy gumbo of spicy leads about the dealers on Daisy's short list. First, Paul Baird, who didn't know enough about oral hygiene, but maybe a little too much about my client. Second, there was plenty not to like about Faisal. He clearly had a hand in the game, a hand with the gunk of crime under its fingernails. Not that it mattered much, but he also had the right make of car and the blonde with the blue eyes. Usually, my job involves watching some gardener share tender moments with a naughty housewife. But this time, I had a shady exchange of a painting for cash by real live assholes on a dead-end street by the reservoir. It was all too cool to keep to myself, and I needed some surveillance tech support, so I figured it was time to go see a friend of mine. Al's who I go to for research, equipment, and other technical difficulties. A former Marine, he got shot twice in Korea, and then once over here. So he likes to keep a lot of distance between himself and everything, everybody, tigers.
You have my private number.
Al, why don't you fix that?
So people without my private number won't darken my door. Come on in, Flatfoot.
After his wife died, Al retired from the private sector on a small fortune from his many patents. You probably own one of his inventions. I'll give you a hint. It rhymes with smeflon. Also, he has the Wi-Fi, which I think is more impressive, but whatever. I needed to bone up on this Newley character.
I'd already followed his career for years. Loved his early work. Got a self-portrait he did back before an extra zero got tacked onto his prices. Want to see it?
No, that's great, Al. I'm on a case here.
All right, Newley and Daisy. Grant Newley, born 1961, meteoric rise to fame, mid-90s. No pictures, no interviews. He had patrons lining up to buy work he hadn't even produced yet. Then, all of a sudden, he vanished. One day, he and his wife just disappeared and were never heard from again, until a few days ago.
Well, what about Daisy? Did you find anything in your archive about the tattoo?
There was just a mugshot from when he got busted. It didn't show the tattoo.
Baird knew about it.
Forget Baird. He's clean as a whistle. Everybody else stinks, though. What did you find out about your convicted forger in your background check?
Well, I didn't really have the time.
He has a B&E on his record. My God, if he forged a Newley, he probably stole it. My guess is that he tried to fence it with an underworld punk like Faisal, and then they rigged up the forgery scheme.
So you really don't think Daisy's on the level?
Where do you think he gets his money? Hired by somebody he never met? Bullshit. Daisy is still connected, and he's working some angle. Best to get out now. Turn the money. You'll live longer.
No dice. I already spent it. But I like your theory, though. Enough to try shaking the tree with it. If what the old man said held any water, it might make sense to put a scare into Slapnuts and that darling she-donkey of his.
That's hideous.
Out of focus. I don't know what that is. Oh, hey there, Blue Eyes. If the door was ajar. Your boss around? Oh, not feeling plucky anymore, huh?
What the hell is this?
You Faisal. Look, we got off on the wrong foot last time. I'm not really a journalist. Hell, you already know who I am. Figured I'd return this. Also figure it's time to stop with all the silly flirting and the prank phone calls and just talk.
I'm listening.
So, how much are we worth alive? Look, Daisy wants to renegotiate.
He wants to live. You probably want something else. I don't know. More Amazon thugs, maybe? Oh, round 2? Bring it. Come on.
I was kidding. Not following me.
18, take 3. Mark.
Oh, hiya, Faisal. Look, we got off on the wrong foot last time. I'm not a journalist. Hell, you already know who I am. And I figured I'd return this. Huh? Let's consider it returned. So, I lost my train of thought and I don't know what my line is.
Let's just go from the brick.